Good evening, everyone. Today is February 12th, 2021. It is just about 6 p.m. And right now we're outside of Waikea Shopping Center. Just thought I'd get kind of a cool cloud formation right as the sun is getting ready to set. Unfortunately, I did not make it out of work in time to be able to go to the beach. I told you there's a lot of bikers here. I mentioned in just my very last video that there's a lot of bikers. There's a lot of like motorcyclists here. And you know what? It's kind of understandable. I feel like this island in particular is like an easy one to be able to get around with like just a bike, or like just a moped or what have you. Like you kind of need you definitely should have a car, but you can definitely make it without a car. Okay, so down that way, down this road. Oh my gosh, I need to get the name of this road. Down this road. This road leads to the ocean. It just goes straight to the. It just goes straight to the shore. I mean, straight to the coast. And along it, there are actually some interesting restaurants and stuff. I was kind of looking forward to being able to like walk down this way for today's video, but I'm not gonna do it today. It's a little bit of a walk, maybe a mile or something like that, maybe a little bit longer, but yeah, the ocean is down that way. There's some ports. There's some ports and what else is down that way? Oh, like beaches, and there's like botanical gardens that way. I also there's a drive-in restaurant here called Blaine's. Which is I haven't heard that. Like, I almost never hear that name. I had a childhood friend named Blaine. I forget where he was from. Maybe like Mississippi, or I think maybe Mississippi or Alabama. I think Mississippi. In any case, for some reason my cell service wasn't working well enough to get the temperature, but it feels like it's about 75 degrees, 76 degrees. And it looks like we might have some rain clouds rolling in. Okay. You can see it's clear. It's pretty much clear on one side. And then we got the clouds coming in from here. Oh yeah, it is after work hours, so people jogging. Okay, let's see. So oh yeah, you know what? So up in this direction. Okay, so the shore is just behind us, and then up in this direction, is, I can't remember whether it's the whether it's the only one. I think it might be the only free zoo in the country. Up this way, like apparently there's a full zoo. Of course it's closed. Of course it's closed during during like these events or whatever, during these times. But yeah, of course the zoo is closed due to current events, but yeah, I think it's the only free zoo in the country, and it's right here on this island. So, you know, once things pick up, then hopefully I'll get a chance to go and check it out. In the meantime, I don't know, I'm just gonna go let's see what else I've got going on. I don't know, I just did a little bit of shopping, and I'm going to just kind of skip over KTA. So those 3 palm trees are actually the palm trees from the icon that I have for this channel. And the rest of this is like a lot of, I mean, this vegetation was planted, but it's still pretty dense. There's another biker. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely probably easy to get around on bike here. A lot of vegetation that's like still what's the word? Like undeveloped, which is good. I don't know. It'll be something to see this place in like maybe like 20 years. I expect all this space to have turned into a fully blown, thriving city in 20 years. I know that it's like I know that like the island of Hawaii is like isn't the main island, but from what I understand, there's just really not so much space on there's not so much space on Oahu, on the main island, and so it's super expensive. Oh man. Oh, they broke formation. Pretty cool. I don't know what's behind it. Like, I'll just assume that like the eldest birds fly in front of the flock. Construction's done for the day. Thanks. Got kind of a nice pink sunset going. Man, I really wish I'd made it to the beach. Whenever the sunset's pink, it's really nice. Like when you look out on the ocean, like the entire ocean is like pink. It's like pink and blue on the water, and pink and blue in the sky. Okay. Oh man. Oh wow, this person has a lot of stuff that they're growing. You know, I think that's common here. I got like a whole urban garden. That's common here. I've certainly seen it back in New York too, but you can't get as much of a yield in, you know, in colder climates. Here it's just like a little bit nuts. Like stuff is just always growing. There's some that anyone can take. So that's one thing that I'll say is probably, you know, for better or worse, easier for You know, people who are like homeless or who are without. Because if that's the case, there's just always places where there's like food growing on trees, and it just never gets too cold or hot. And also people here are pretty chill. And the homeless here are pretty chill too. They're not like, what's the word? Like no one really tries to hustle you for anything out here. But you know, it's not just here. It's really all over the country. Like you know, there's a noticeable homeless population here, but it's still not more than New York or California. Like, it's probably similar to the spread to the spread of the homeless population across the whole country. I actually hear that it's a little bit bad on the Big Island. I mean, on the main island on Oahu. That there's more like a noticeable amount of homelessness and violent crime. The question is whether or not we'll actually address problems of homelessness. You know, like in the coming decades. You know, like in the next 20 years. Are we really gonna continue to allow homelessness to exist? You know, like with all the advances that will take place in terms of like housing and power and renewable resources and materials and you know, things like 3D printed buildings and like, you know, like very cheap materials. I wonder if, you know, if by 2041 we will have like addressed that issue, or if we or whether we will end up just kind of leaving it for the foreseeable future. That'll really be something that'll be interesting to see, at least in the United States. I know most parts of the world. I know there's homelessness in most parts of the world, and then in a few kind of advanced countries, like advanced nations, they really don't allow it. Um, you know, no matter who you are. Um, um, but what I've learned so far in the past few years is that, what I've learned so far over the past year is that secretly, Vermont is one of the best places to be homeless. I believe it's a combination of the average income of people in Vermont being a lot higher than in other parts of the nation, and then also whatever the politicians there have fought for in terms of like how do you say, I guess programs that address homelessness. My understanding is that you don't see like it's my understanding is that the issue is handled so well there that you're not even really able to tell that there is a homeless population in Vermont, but there is. All right, that'll be it for today. A little bit quiet today because I just recorded, not that long ago, maybe only like 3 hours ago. Usually I take time to let things percolate. But that'll be it for right now. Take care, everyone.